What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're going to jump back into TerrorFest. We're in Chapter 15, Kill or Be Killed. After licking your wounds, you and your surviving friends create a game plan to level the playing field. And if you remember, in the last chapter, Tyson led us down into the tunnels. And, we got into this huge fight with him and Coda, and Zara was there as well. And Zara and I were on one side when some rubble fell down, trapping Tyson and Coda. So we're going to find out what happens to Tyson and Coda now. Let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 15, Kill or Be Killed. Your ears ring as you come to, and you find yourself on your own back in one of the tunnels encased in darkness. What the... Bit by bit, your eyes adjust, and as you manage to make out the pile of rubble where Tyson and Coda were just standing, your stomach drops. Coda? Coda! You rush over to the pile, your heartbeat thudding loudly in your ears as you fight to clear the wreckage. Come on, Coda, where are you? You wait a beat, listening for the slightest sign of life, only to finally hear a quiet groan. Ugh. Coda, hang on, I'm gonna get you out of there. You rush to the part of the pile Coda's voice came from and quickly start to remove the rocks and dirt until, finally, you unearth his dirt-caked face and body. You've no idea how glad I am to see you right now. I can imagine, don't you ever scare me like that again, but you're not going anywhere. I mean, I had been flirting with Coda as well, so we'll go ahead and take that one. If something happened to you... Hey. Coda pushes on an unsteady finger to your lips, silencing you. As he loses the strength to hold it up, you catch his hand in yours, holding him close. I've made it this far. Don't jinx me now. Not when we're so close to the end. Coda is interrupted by a coughing fit, and in the distance you hear a voice call out. Coda? Azrael? We're over here. You help Zara tunnel through the pile of fallen rocks separating you, and as they scurry through the small hole, they look you both over. Are you guys okay? I've been better. As he spits up blood, you turn to Zara. We've got to get him out of here. I found a path that's mostly clear. The question is, what do we do about him? Zara nods to the mound of rocks covering Tyson, and as you look on, emotions overwhelm you. What do you mean, what do we do about him? I think he's earned a timeout, don't you? Zara's right. Even after everything, I don't know that I feel good about leaving him under there. I mean, yes, he's a murdering bastard, but he's also Ty. Coda, we don't have a choice. Know that, creep. We don't have a choice. It's going to take me and Zara just to get you out of here. There's no way we'll be able to take him too. And if I have to pick, I'd rather not choose the guy who's been murdering people. Fair enough. If we're going to go, we should make a start. Zara takes Coda under the arm, and as you take his other side, you guide Coda towards the path to the surface. Still, you can't help but take one last look back at the pile of unmoving rocks covering your friend, before setting your eyes on the way forward. He's probably going to get out of there. Let's get the hell out of here. Using the tunnels to avoid the chaos in the streets, you make it back to the estate, and you and Zara settle a wary Coda onto the couch. Well, the good thing is that you're not bleeding too much, just a few scrapes and cuts. Yeah, we'll get you cleaned up, get your wounds dressed, and you'll be as good as new. I'm just so tired. We know, but you've got to stay awake. You run to get the first aid kit while Coda undresses, but as he peels off his top, your eyes catch a darkening bruise spreading across his ribs. Yeah, he was coughing up blood. I would say he's not in that good of shape. They really need to take him to the hospital. Huh? Oh God. Oh God, what? Nothing. You shoot Zara a look and gesture for you both to step away out of earshot. Look, I'm sorry for freaking out, but that does not look good. I know, I hate to ask given how crazy everything is out there, but can you make a hospital run? I'd go myself, but Don't worry about it. I'd rather chew my own arm off than have to look, have that, goodness, chew my own arm off than have to look at that get any worse. I'll be back as soon as I can. Why don't you just take him to the hospital? Like, what if his ribs are broken? Zaire rushed to the door, artfully ducking their gaze away from Coda's wine-stained skin, and closes the two of you in with a gentle click. I know you two are hiding something from me. What is it? I should lie? Tell the truth. I mean, look, he has to know he doesn't look good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be truthful about it. With a sigh, you pull out your phone and snap a quick picture to show him. We found this bruise stretching from your ribs to your back. I'm guessing Zaire didn't say, oh God, because it looks exactly like Bob Dylan, huh? I won't lie. It looks bad, Coda. Zaire's gonna get what they can from the hospital, but I'll be fine. Coda puts the phone down resolutely and turns to look at you. Azrael, I trust you more than just about anyone else on the planet. If you can sit here with me and be completely chill, it's because it's being handled. I won't freak out until you do. He takes your hand in his, and the squeeze he gives you fills you with confidence until a painful grimace overtakes his face. Are you alright? Yeah, I just need a distraction or something. Anything that'll stop me from thinking about how much everything hurts. Why don't we start getting you cleaned up like we planned? I'm sure something will come to me. You crack open the first aid kit and Coda rests his sliced arm in your lap. As you open an alcohol wipe and start dabbing, you search your brain for a way to distract him and wince as only one thing comes to mind. Can you believe Tyson said he did everything he did out of love? I mean, if this is love, I don't want it. Coda pulls away, and for a moment you think it must be from the pain. But as you look up, you catch his gaze and find it full of warmth. Love never hurts, Azrael. Hell, love is one of the best parts of being human. Love is you guys throwing a watch party for the artsy-fartsy movie I won an award for making, even though none of you understood a lick of it. We understood that you worked really hard on it, and that was good enough for us. He catches sight of your nails chipped and bloodied from moving the stones covering him in such a frenzy, and he grabs an alcohol wipe of his own to clean them. Or, knowing that no matter how deep I was buried, you were going to find a way to get me out. You tip Coda's chin up to meet your gaze, and as you speak, you know every word is the truth. I love you too, Coda. You're one of my best friends, as more than just friends. Well, you know, since I lost Tyson, as much as I love Tyson, we're gonna, flirt with Coda, because I was flirting with him when I had chances as well. I just picked Tyson for everything else. So butterflies take flight in your stomach as the words leave your mouth and you let out a shaky breath. Not that it's practically the worst time to tell you that or anything. I like your timing just fine, and I love you even more. Coda melts into your grasp as your eyes flicker to his lips. You can't help but lick your own, drawing his eyes downward. Your stomach seizes in anticipation, and before you know it, you're leaning in, and your lips meeting his, soft and gentle at first, then wilder and harried. You open your mouth to him, and as he tastes you, savoring every lick with a guttural moan, his hands travel up your thigh. If tonight really is my last night, I don't want to just lay here and slip away. I want to feel you. Coda. He's injured. Should we be doing that? His name comes out as a husky whisper, and for a moment you lose yourself in the feeling of his fingers skimming up your inseam. Spend an intimate moment with Coda to build your relationship and increase your fortitude score. This will be your last opportunity to do so with Coda. And the first time as well, so we're going to hook up with Coda. I can help with that, or don't talk like that. You know what? We're going to do it. If you're up for it. Absolutely. Coda starts to sit up, making room on the couch, but you stop him. Not here. Zaire's coming back any minute. Okay, but between my crushed ribs and aching muscles, my mobility is kind of limited here. Your eyes catch onto the door to the bathroom, and an idea pops in your head. I think I know just the thing. Come on. You help Coda into the chair in the bathroom and crank on the shower. Quickly, the room fills with steam. Some warm water and a little steam should relax your muscles. You ease off your top and Coda's eyes latch onto your bare skin, entranced. And a whole lot of me should relax everything else. Don't mind if I do. Coda shifts forward in the chair to reach for you, but you gently bat his hand away. Nuh-uh. If we're going to be doing this, it's going to be on my terms, so sit back and let me do all the work. He lets you gently push him back, and you take your time leaning in, drawing out the anticipation of your kiss. You pause less than a breath away, and Coda's lust-filled eyes linger on your lips. I'm dying here, Azrael. Oh yeah? I should put him out of his misery, tease him more. Oh, we're teasing. You tisk, pulling back with a teasing smile. I guess I'd better stop then, especially considering I'm supposed to be making you feel alive and all. Before you can get too far, Coda catches your hand and pulls you back. I didn't mean for you to stop. You sure? You've already had a rough day. I wouldn't want to put you through any more hardship. Coda curls a hand behind the back of your neck and hauls you closer so quickly you gasp. You can put me through the ringer, and I'd smile and ask for more. In that case... You waste no time pressing your lips to his, and as he opens to you, your tongue plunges into his mouth. Coda's hands wander your frame, caressing the curves of your chest and skimming over your abs to reach lower. Reluctantly, you catch his wrist. Hang on there. That's my job right now. Then get to work. I need to see more of you, preferably under a spray of warm water. You gently bring a hand to his face, tracing your thumb from his temple down along his jawline. Patience. As much as I want this, too, I don't want to rush things and hurt you. Coda leans in your hand, closing his eyes. I trust you. I should tend to his injuries, start kissing him. I mean, technically we should tend to his injuries, but, kisses have healing properties as well, so if you're sure. You lower your mouth to his, kissing him soft and sweet. Coda grips you tighter. I won't break, Azrael. He pulls you back down to him, kissing you more intensely, and moves your hands lower down his frame. You caress his well-built chest, marveling at the strength of the muscles, before dipping lower and coming to the rest on his waistband. Can you take these off yourself, or would you like my help? Do I need help? Probably not. Am I going to turn down the chance to have a hot girl undress me? Never. Coda scoots forward and lifts his hips just enough to give you room to wrangle his bottoms off, and in moments he sits before you bare. A warmth begins to bloom between your legs as you drink him in, and when your gaze meets his, you say the only thing shuffled through your mind. Damn, just wow. You're one to talk. You help him onto the shower bench, and as he luxuriates in the spray, Coda leans forward, hooking a finger in the fabric at your waist, and tugs you into the stream. Hey. There, now we're even. I'm soaked now. Then you better take those bottoms off. Coda watches with a smug smile as you ease the wet cloth down your thighs and stand before him, drenched and waiting. Happy now? Almost. Coda traces a hand over your stomach and between your legs, moving against you as the pressure within grows. You groan. Hey now, I'm supposed to be taking care of you. But I know how to wait my turn. He quickens the pace and you can't help but cry out, your voice primal with need. Hearing yourself echo around the room only serves to heighten your arousal, and in no time at all, you're on the brink. Coda. That's it. I want to hear you say my name while I make you feel good, Azrael. Don't hold back on me now. Your hips move in time to Coda's ministrations, and it takes everything in you to move away, keeping your mind focused. I don't plan on holding back, but first things first. You crouch before him and Coda's breath catches. I should touch him with my mouth. As you put your mouth to him, Coda sighs, his gentle encouragement spurring you on. Yes. His fingers cup the back of your head, fingers caressing the scalp with reverence as he sputters and gasps. You double down with a hum, and as he bucks against you, you smile, knowing you've almost got him right where you want him. Azrael. Finally, the dam breaks and you feel Coda's body seize, his muscles tensing into a solid, unmovable mass, his mouth open in abject pleasure. Then, all at once, he relaxes, his body melting into the bench as his chest heaves from exertion. You sit back with a grin. Feeling alive yet? Depends on which part of me you ask. My body feels ready to slip into an early grave, but my soul? He groans and the sound is enough to reignite you, your body warm and waiting. My soul feels brand new, like you ran it through the wash and hung it out to dry. It was pretty amazing for me too, seeing you like that. Well, watching's only half the fun. I thought I'd show you what you were missing out on. Coda tries to pull you closer, but as you watch the grimace that forms from the movement, you pull back. Careful, I don't want to hurt you. It's not that bad. You rest a gentle hand on his shoulder, stopping him from moving. It shouldn't feel bad at all. If love doesn't hurt, then making love shouldn't either. Besides, I only ever want you to feel good when I'm with you. I'm not sure how we can make that happen under the circumstances. People who can't move hook up every day. It's just a matter of adjusting things to work in your favor. You settle in next to Coda on the bench, and as you reach for yourself, he eyes you with a hungry gaze. Now, tell me exactly what you want to do to me, and don't leave anything out. As you start to move, Coda grins. Well, first, I'd want to taste you. Your eyes sink closed, and as the warmth of the shower envelops you, you find that your senses are heightened. I should focus on Coda's voice, enlist Coda's touch. Let's enlist his touch. Where? In an answer, Coda's fingers ghost over your neck and chest before gliding down your slick body to your stomach and lower. The steam reminds you of the wet warmth of his mouth, and every lick of the air around you feels like him coating your already warm skin. Everywhere, but especially here. He slides his hand over you, making you moan accidentally. Oh. That's right. That's right, you. That's exactly how I want you to feel. Coda's expert touch has you near the edge in no time, and you curl into his side as you feel the pleasure threaten to overwhelm you. Coda! I'm right here, Azrael, and you're doing amazing. Just let go. Your every muscle tenses with the force of your impending release, but as your toes crack and your eyes roll, Coda whispers in your ear, encouraging you, until, all at once, you fall to pieces, bliss flooding your veins and making you boneless. Breathless, your head flops over onto Coda's shoulder. Mission accomplished? And then some. As you start to feel your limbs again, you reach for a washcloth and lather it before gently washing Coda's back. Thank you. Are you kidding? After everything we just did, I think washing your back is the least I could do. Not just for that, I meant for taking care of me in general. I'm not who people think I am when they think of someone who needs extra care. I'm loud, I'm brash, I make jokes that people find off-putting. That's just who you are. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe. But because I don't always show how freaked out I am, people write me off. I guess subconsciously, I keep waiting for you to do that too. But you never do. I just wanted to say thanks for that. Coda, I'll always take care of you. You do the same for me. I'll always take care of you. Okay, autumn showers. You had an intimate moment with Coda. No matter how old we get or where we are in the world, you will always have me. You watch as the normally strong Coda melts into you, his completely relaxed body against yours, the ultimate compliment. Thank you, Azrael. That means a lot. After washing and getting dressed, you help Coda back out into the living room. Though the steam seems to have helped, he still grimaces in pain as he settles into the couch, and you can't help but notice that the bruise is getting bigger. Maybe we should have been doing what we were doing. Zara will be back soon, and we'll have a better idea of what we're working with when it comes to this bruise. Plus, with Tyson dead, I'm sure the chaos will calm down soon, and we'll be able to get an ambulance to get you to a real doctor. I wouldn't bank on that. You look up to find Zara hustling through the door, a plastic bag of supplies in their hand. They slam the door behind them, taking care to turn the lock. What are you talking about? More bodies were just found. One in the middle of downtown and another by the docks. You guys... I don't think Ty's dead. If anything, I think he's just getting started. The three of you hustle into the kitchen, and as Coda sits perched on a stool at the island, Zara uncaps a large syringe and inserts the needle into Coda's bruise to drain the excess blood. This should release some of the pressure. It's not ideal, but it's the best we've got. That was all you could get from the hospital? I'm lucky I got this. The latest murders have only riled everyone up, and since there's no way off the island, people are looting like crazy. We can't just sit around and let this happen. He was our friend. That makes him our responsibility. A silence falls over you until finally you can't help but say what needs to be said. So we have to kill Tyson. The question is how? Well, what do we know about him that we could use against him? After finding out he's the killer, I'm not sure we really knew him at all. I mean, he was right under our noses. Yeah, I'm still not fully sure how we pulled it off. He was with Coda when I called Bex's phone, in the prison with us when we heard the whistle. Yeah, see, I think somebody was working with Tyson. I don't think this was just him. And he was in the library with us. Was it the library where we found Bex's phone? I don't remember where we found it. That was so long ago. But he was definitely with us in the prison when we heard the whistle. I'm going to go with that one. He's been around countless times when we've heard it, hasn't he? You look between Zara and Coda to find them both lost in thought. I don't remember seeing Ty in the prison once the whistle sounded. I was too scared to look for anything but a way out. I should have been looking. That's not on you. I bet Ty rigged something to play the whistle because he knew that sound would make us panic. It's what he banked on. You heave a sigh. I should have seen this coming. I studied serial killers, for crying out loud. I should have seen the signs. At least you don't blame your own mother. I wish that cave-in was worse. At Coda's confession, both you and Zara turned to look at him in shock. If it was, you wouldn't be here. But neither would he. We'd have been done with this once and for all. Instead, he's just going to keep killing people, and we don't even know how to stop him. As Coda speaks, an idea comes to you, sending your thoughts racing. What if we could make the cave-in worse? What do you mean? I mean, things are clearly not stable down there. If we can find enough weak spots in the supports, we could cause a bigger cave-in. One that solves our problems for us. I grabbed the map of the tunnels from my mother's office. I can take a look and see which spots in the city were flagged for maintenance. Perfect. If we're setting a trap, we need to make sure we don't accidentally set it off on ourselves. I'll see what research I can do to mitigate any accidents. But as he stands, he's wobbly on his feet and you rush to catch him. Whoa. Why don't you lie down for now? Zara and I got this part. You lead Coda to the couch before joining Zara in your father's study, and you find them poring over a map laid out on the desk. Wow, these tunnels run over the whole town. We definitely have our pick of location. See these? They point out the hash marks decorating the page, and you lean in to see just what this section covers. These are the load-bearing support beams. If we can destroy enough of them close together, we should be able to make Sector 4 collapse. You find Sector 4 on the map, and a wave of relief washes over you as it seems like mostly forest. Are you sure it'll be just that section? I don't want us to hurt anyone we don't mean to. It's going to be a risk for sure, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Every other sector has buildings. You examine the map, but they're right. With a sigh, you pick up a pen to start marking off places where you could set up the trap. Then let's get to work. Together, the two of you work quickly, falling into an easy rhythm. Still, you can't keep your mind from wandering. This whole thing is so insane. I thought I was coming home for a week to see my friends. But now, I'm planning to kill one of them. So many of them are dead. I mean, technically, I feel both of those things, but let's go with I'm planning to kill one of them. And it came to me so easily. Oh, my friend from high school is killing people. Let's just kill him back. Who even am I right now? As you spiral, Zara puts a hand on your back. You're Azrael Carpenter, and unlike Tyson, you come from a long line of people who will do what's necessary to protect the ones they love. You're not just killing indiscriminately, you're putting a plan in motion to stop a menace. I know, but I don't want to kill anyone, Zare. I can't see any other way out of this. After everything that's happened, I just feel like I'm losing my humanity, you know? It's not you. This just hasn't been a very human few days, Azrael. Modern society lets us forget that at its core, this is a killer or be killed kind of world. You aren't any less human just because you're willing to fight for your survival. I just hope you don't see me differently after this. For a moment, things are silent. Then, I probably will, but not only because you'll be different. I know you, Azrael. There's no way you can go through something like this and not come out the other side a different person. Yeah, I guess you're right. But just as a lead weight starts to settle in your stomach, Zare nudges your shoulder with theirs and turns to look at you with a smile. But if you're worried about me not feeling the same about you, you don't have to worry. Deep down, I know who you are, Azrael. There isn't a thing you could do that would shake that. Their blatant faith in you fills you with a warmth you've only ever known in their presence, and without hesitation, you wrap them in a hug. Thank you. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do without you, especially these last few days. You do exactly what you're doing right now, what you have to do. But luckily for you, after going through all this crap together, you're stuck with me. You pull back to meet Zare's eyes, and as they smile, you can't help the way that your eyes flicker to their lips. As your eyes linger, Zare freezes and their voice comes out as a whisper. Azrael, what are you doing? Wondering. If Tyson's really on the loose, we should get serious, unless there's something you'd rather do instead. Spend an intimate moment with Zare to build your relationship and increase your fortitude score. This would be your last opportunity to do this, so with Zare. Okay, this is the only diamond choice I'm not going to pick, because I'm not interested in Zare that way. I like the friendship, but not interested romantically, so I'm going to pull away. Okay, let's get down to business. You don't have an intimate moment with Zare. So you give your head a toss, clearing out your thoughts, and focus on the map instead. I think if Ty's out there, then we should be too. Let's get on it. After hours of careful planning, the three of you head down to the tunnels in Sector 4 and begin to set your trap. Alright guys, the plan is simple. We'll chip away at strategic support beams here, here, and here. To keep London Bridge from falling down, we'll need to cut into them enough that a little force will topple them. But not so much that we become human pancakes immediately. The ideal depth is about 2 inches. Sounds simple enough. The hard work is going to be luring Tyson back down here. He's got to know we haven't just been sitting on our hands for the last few hours, and he won't want to trust us, not after earlier. We'll worry about that when we're done. Let's get to it. But after several hours, you're still only halfway there. The work is backbreaking, and with an overabundance of caution as your only means of safety, it's slow going. Muscles aching, you trudge over to the next spot marked in the tunnel. This is the next one, right, Zare? Yeah, and then the one up ahead around the corner. As Zare bends over the map to check off the last support you weakened, Coda stumbles past you. I'll start on that one. You guys can come meet me when this one's finished. Sounds good. As you make a start, you can't help but sigh and call out to Zare. I really hope this works. It's the only way to get justice in this nightmare. I mean, it's the only way to end it. I just want this all to be over. You and me both. I keep trying to imagine flying out of here and getting back to school, but it all feels like a distant dream. Like we've been stuck in the moment so long that nothing else is real. It's exhausting. Luckily, we get to take it all out on some inanimate objects. Yeah, because that's healthy. Are you kidding? My therapist is about to make a killing. The two of you chuckle as you rear back to strike the support again. But this time, you push right through it. Azrael, no! You drop to the floor and cover your head as rocks and dirt rain down on you. Ah! But when the dust settles, you recognize the support beam is a fake, holding up only enough rocks to help it blend in place. Wait, what? What is it? I don't know. My shovel just went through, and it looks like there's a space on the other side. There's nothing on the map, and it doesn't look like it's another tunnel. Here, help me clear out more of an opening. The two of you knock more dirt and rocks away until there's an opening big enough to walk through. Ooh, what did we just find? You peek inside and find what looks like a small cave dug out of the rock side. Whoa, it looks like someone was living here. Yeah, a long time ago. Look over there. That must be where they slept. Zero points to a bundle of old cloth against one corner. On top, you notice a ragged book with torn pages. You step into the small cave and crouch over the makeshift bed. Whoa. Zero, I think I found a journal. Whose? You make out one of the lines and your eyes widen. Property of Joseph Campbell. You know, we've heard the legend, and then we found out the truth in that guard's office. But this might be the only way to hear his story in his own words. You're right. Read through Joseph Campbell's diary to get to know the man behind the myth and score one last lore tip. This will be your last chance to earn a massive boost to your fortitude score. Stabby Joe's diary. Read Joseph Campbell's diary? Of course we're going to read it. You and Zare settle into a small pile of fabric as you study the fading pages under your phone's flashlight. All right, Campbell, let's see what you have to say. July 12th. I brought Annie to the cave today. We'll have to hide out here for a while, at least until I can ensure her safety. People have started to go missing, and I can't help but think Officer Danes is behind it. The way he looked at me after I was released was unsettling, to say the least. I can't let anything happen to Annie, and I wouldn't put it past him to hurt her to make people believe I am who he says I am. Wow, so he and his wife lived here? I can't say I blame them if Officer Danes was killing people to frame him. Yeah, guess the apple didn't fall too far, and in the end, Danes succeeded. I don't really know what to answer. We'll just go with in the end, Danes succeeded. I mean, here we are decades later, and everyone believes his version of the story. The truth doesn't matter if a lie is more entertaining, or in this case, more profitable. TerrorFest really was the nail in the coffin for the Campbell's reputation. But we know the truth now, at least, and when this is over, we'll make sure everyone else knows it too. Zare picks up another page, reading aloud from it. July 29th. My worst fears come true. Danes really is murdering people and trying to pin their deaths on me. It has failed so far, but I feel our hiding out isn't helping. It would be better for us to be seen in polite society, but I worry the Danes would target my family next. I cannot allow that to happen. I think about putting Annie on a ferry every day. It would be painful to live without her, but for her and the baby's sake, I would. Oh, right. She would have been pregnant when they were here. Wow. That can't have been fun, and if she had the added pressure of a killer on the loose, I can see why he wanted to send her away. I wish I could have done the same. Don't know that she would have wanted that. I mean, she probably wouldn't have went along with it. She was his wife. If someone I loved tried to send me away when things got tough, I'd be pissed. But you don't have children, Azrael. He had more than just his love for her to think about. So then they both should have run. They could have started a life somewhere else, and then none of this would have happened. Zare shoots you a sympathetic look. Maybe, but who's to say Danes wouldn't have followed him to the mainland? The ripple effect of something like that would have been huge. You imagine the endless expanse of country Danes could have roamed if he'd have branched out looking for your ancestor and shudder. You might have a point. You both start skimming entries, sharing snippets here and there. You know, not everything in here is doom and gloom. Listen to this. Today, Annie and I got caught in the rain. Instead of running for cover, we splashed along and took a walk. It was a wonderful day. That's really sweet, actually. It sounds like they really loved each other. Yeah, it seems like it. He details their whole life together on the island. This is priceless family history here, Azrael. You take a look at the remaining pages and spot a couple entries that catch your eye. I'll read the one titled The Baby, the Island, All Done. Okay, so let's start with the baby. August 7th. Annie insists on asking me if I want the baby to be a boy or a girl, but I refuse to answer. It annoys her very much. But in the privacy of these pages, I'll say the truth is I would like a daughter. I want to name her after my mother, Clara. But the most important thing is that the baby will have the best mother in the world, and I will do my best not to let either of them down. You've got to admit, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's awful what happened to them, but I'm glad his hopes for his family won't be forgotten. Okay, the island. August 26th. I'm building a house. Since the Crown has revoked my citizenship, it will be my first house owned by a sovereign citizen at Morlick Island, making me this town's little founder. When it is ready, we will leave this cave. The murders have slowed, and while I worry about what Danes has planned, we cannot live our lives in fear. Besides, the baby is due any day. I hope the townspeople will accept us, but with Danes whispering in their ear, I don't expect it will ever become much more than what it is. But as long as my family can live happily and peacefully in the home I'm providing, this island will do just fine. It sounds like not much has changed between then and now. The townspeople still don't trust the Carpenters. Maybe not, but after we finish and end this mess, something tells me your family's reputation is going to take a turn for the better. Okay, so all done. We read those. Power of the Written Word. You got the inside scoop from Joseph Campbell. Look, this one mentions the tunnels. Zare hands the paper over for you to examine. These old tunnels aren't as stable as I would like. We've heard several cave-ins since getting here, though none have been nearby. Just in case we need to make a quick exit, I've marked us several paths with glow sticks. Hopefully we won't need them. I wonder if... Suddenly you hear a piercing whistle echo through the cave. Not this again. He's early. Seconds later, Coda rounds the corner out of breath. What are we supposed to do? The trap isn't finished yet. You two get to work. I'll stall for as long as I can. How are you going to do that? Tyson's been using that sound to control us all week. He gets off on the little panic it causes, but I'll bet he's not expecting someone to run towards it instead of away. I'm going to make him run this time. Azrael, wait! The words are barely out of Coda's mouth before you launch down the tunnel after Tyson. Tyson, get out here and face me! You speed around a corner, then down a long shaft as you follow the whistle's echoes. I know you're in here. You slow your breathing, quieting yourself until the only discernible sound is your pounding heart, your footsteps, and a quiet sizzle from somewhere in the darkness. At least he's sticking to our path. When I find him, it'll be easy to force him back onto the route we chose. You celebrate your minor victory as you progress, when in the dark, your foot collides with something on the floor. It clatters, and you kick yourself from the noise. Damn it. The sizzling gets louder, and you whip out your phone to see what you hit, shining the light from your flashlight briefly. Mining dynamite. Oh no. All of a sudden, Tyson sticking to your path makes sense. The trap we laid. He was never trying to scare us off. He was trying to trap us with it. Zare, Coda, get to the ground! You make it a few feet back before the dynamite explodes, rocking the tunnel around you. The tunnel, it isn't going to be able to hold. But suddenly, that isn't your biggest problem anymore. Through the shower of loose dirt and small rocks, you see Tyson standing in the tunnel up ahead of you, blade glinting in his hand. You rang. Oh my god. Dang, man, he already figured we were going to trap him in there. So he brought some dynamite. Oh, okay, so that was good. All right. It looks like chapter 16 may be the last one. I'm a little concerned because it says coming soon, because normally it has like the title here. So I'm wondering if it is going to come out next Friday, or, you know, if it's maybe something they're going to push back. Because I know Choices sometimes would do that. They would, you know, come out with so many chapters and then they would put it like on a hiatus for like a week or two till they could finish, you know, working on some other things and then get back to the story. So I guess we'll find out what chapter 16 is going to be titled then, and if it's the finale, because what it's looking like now, it might be the finale for this book. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what's going to happen, because, Tyson has isolated us, at least it seems like he may have, isolated us from Zara and Coda. So it's probably just going to come down to me and him, which I'm looking forward to see where this story's coming from. And also, or coming to. And also if Tyson was working with somebody else, because I really feel like somebody else is involved with this still. I don't think it was just him. I mean, it could be. It's kind of like leading to that, but there have been clues that made it seem like he might have been working with somebody as well. But I guess we'll see next Friday, if it does come out Friday, with the coming soon there. But I hope you've been enjoying TerrorFest. Let me know down in the comments down below your, theories, what's going to happen in the, what may be the final chapter. Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.